Okay. So yeah, go ahead, settle in on your back. You all know the drill. As you all know, I think all of us, the majority of us, were going to meet last week, and then the weather was a bit of a stinker during the lunch break. So yep, I was a wimp and canceled class. But here's what we're going to do today. The things that last week was supposed to be gentle flow and meditation. So we are going to do slow flow with a meditation today. And I picked a theme for this class, and actually the theme will mirror the guided meditation that we'll go through at the end of class. So the obstacle is the path is our meditation for today. Is our theme for today. So a little bit about our theme. At the start of our day, we often set out to be joyful or to find gratitude. And on some days, this comes to fruition. On other days, challenge after challenge presents itself, and maintaining the positive attitude is nearly impossible. The obstacle is always the path. So as we move today, look for ways that challenge tries to throw you off course, whether that's the physical challenge or monkey mind thoughts that disrupt your flow. These obstacles are the teacher, they're the lesson. So as you start here on your back, in this very comfortable position, it's easy for the mind to move to other things, other places. Try to keep it here. And one way to do that, of course, is to focus on the breath. And maybe you pick one part of your breath that you focus on. Maybe it's that coolness that touches right underneath the nostril as the air flows in. Maybe it's the breath touching the back of the throat. Maybe it's the feeling of the rise and fall of the belly as the breath moves in and out. So picking that one place, that one spot along the breath, that you can focus on. And now these next 2 rounds of breath, let's breathe in and out together. The breath will be in through the nose, we'll sigh out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. One more time, deep breath. Big exhale. And now bring movement to your body that feels exactly right for you. So maybe it's just easy movements, maybe it's bigger movements, maybe you make your way to those bigger movements, but you find your path. You know, as a result of kind of doing a little extra meditation at the end of class, we are going to move a little bit more today at the beginning. So we'll move a little more quickly please feel free to slow things down, to do whatever your body needs you to do. This is your time. All right, y'all meet me in an all fours position on your hands and knees. Landing so that your hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath your hips. And together, let's find a round of cat and cow. So we'll start with cow pose, tailbone up, chin up on the inhale. The exhale, round out through the spine, tuck the chin in, tailbone under. Actually, let's do one more of those together. Inhaling, finding cow. And exhaling, cat. All right. Do your own thing for a few more rounds of breath. Feel free to incorporate any other movement that feels good. So it might just be cat and cow, but you have that option to slide the hips back for a child pose, to do a little bit more for the neck, the shoulders. All right, let's meet in an extended child's pose. Bottom goes back to the heels, arms stretched out in front, palms down, palms up, a little movement through the hips, a massage through the forehead, whatever feels right here. And of course, here's your reminder, at any point during our practice, feel free to find this pose. Let's again meet up in an all fours position. All right, draw the chin toward the back of the throat, core strong, left leg extended back, right elbow alongside the body. We are moving the arm and the leg forward at the same time, the arm and the leg back at the same time. We have 4 more rounds of that, forward and back. Good, last 3 here. Take it back. Last 2, forward and back. And here's our last round, forward and back. Keep that left leg long, set your right hand to the mat. Do a quarter pivot to face the long edge of your mat. Send your left arm up into the air. We have our little mini half moon. From this shape, bend the knee, and let's do some circles with that leg. So feel the hip moving here. Feel free to go at any pace that feels right for you. Try to draw those circles pretty big. Switch directions. And now send your left leg long. In fact, drop the foot to the mat. Send your left arm by the ear, a side body stretch. And then let's return to all fours. All right, so we'll end up doing that same series other side, but if there's any little bit of reset movement that would feel good, in fact, coming off the hands, rolling through the wrists might feel good, feel free to do that. And then let's meet back up in an all fours position. This time you're sending your right leg back and your left elbow alongside the body. All right, we have 5 rounds, moving the arm and the leg forward, the arm and the leg back. Arm and leg forward. Arm and leg back. 3 more just like that. So nice, y'all. Last 2. And here's our last one. Now the left hand returns to the mat. Do a quarter pivot. You're facing the long edge of the mat with the right leg up in the air still. And you might want to kickstand that left foot behind you just to add a little more stability. Bending that right knee, let's draw the circles with this right leg. Now, know that as we do this, you're kind of getting a sense of what it might feel like to do this from a half moon position. So give yourself a little bit of grace here as well as when we do it when we are in that half moon. All right, send the right leg long, drop the right foot to the mat, right arm by your ear, side body stretch. Returning to all fours. Curl the toes under, walk your hands and your feet together. Standing forward bend for a few breaths. So any variation of this standing forward bend that you'd like to practice, the floor is yours. Whatever you would like here, whatever feels good. Let your upper body be passive. Let anything you've got tensing up through the shoulders, the neck, let it melt away into the floor as you hold this passive shape in your upper body. We're going to rise up to standing. You choose how you get there. Good. Move to the front end of the mat. We have a couple rounds of Sun Salutation A, a couple rounds of Dancing Warrior, and then we're going to slow things way down. I'm glad you're here today. Feet hip bone width apart. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, back bend, open up. Inhale, lengthen up, dive fully forward as you exhale. Inhale to your half lift, choose your arms. Exhale, fold yourself forward, step back to a plank pose. And from your plank pose, lower all the way down to your mat. Slide your forearms to the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders, palms to the mat. Stay right here if it feels good. If you'd like to, so think here about really lengthening out through the spine, especially those lower vertebrae. If you'd like to bring the weight on the hands here, feel free to do that. It deepens the back bend, but notice again, if there's any compression in the lower back, try to lengthen out of it. If the elbows are up, let them release back to the mat. Really draw the forearms back and the chest forward. Feel that nice stretch through the front of the body. And then lower yourself all the way down. Slide your hands back. Push up to a plank or a modified plank pose. Making your way to your first down dog of practice. Finding movement here that feels good. Press both heels toward the floor, your chest toward your thighs. Press yourself away from your hands. Take a deep breath in, look to the front end of the mat and travel forward. Notice which foot steps forward first. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep all the way up, stretch up tall. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, lengthen up, dive fully forward as you exhale. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, fold yourself forward, step back to your plank pose. We're pausing here in our plank. You can always drop your knees to the mat. If you'd like to find a little bit of something different, feel free to walk your hands forward, maybe one hand step forward, just to challenge the core differently. Again, dropping the knees to the mat is always an option here. But think here of your body fully strong all the way through the entire body. The legs are working, you know your arms are working, core is strong. If you did step your hands forward, step them back so that they are underneath the shoulders. And let's continue on here. Slip forward just a little bit, lowering down, inhaling up. The back bend of your choice is next. And then we'll travel to down dog from here. Again, choose your path. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale out, look to the front end of the mat, step that opposite foot forward of what you did the last time. Inhale, half lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, sweep all the way up. Exhale, back bend. All right, we'll make one more round. Up and dive. Half lift. Fold, plank pose. All right, it is your flow this time around. So if moving through chaturanga and your back bend is something you'd like to practice, feel free to do that. If you'd like to go just from plank to down dog, that's an option. There's so many ways to approach it. You decide which works best. From your down dog, inhale your right leg up. Let's pause right here. Bending the knee, release the bottom part of the leg back. Maybe you draw those circles again here. See if you can find a little more range. Just doing a couple in each direction. They don't have to be fast. And then square off the hip, straighten out through that right leg. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, knee in, step through, rise up to a warrior one. Good, let's find our warrior two here. Reverse warrior. Side angle, forearm to the thigh or right hand to the floor or to the block. Returning to down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Let's pause here again, bending the knee, release the bottom part of the leg. Feel free to draw those circles again here. And then straighten the legs, square off the hips, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, knee in, step through, rise up, warrior one. So lunging through that left knee, right leg, sending it, the energy all the way into that back of the back foot, back part, the side part. All right, let's find our warrior two. Good, reverse warrior. So keeping that left knee bent and then side angle here. Yeah, good. All right, return to either plank or down dog. If you'd like to flow, finding your plank first and then flowing in a way that is right for your body, or again, just going right to down dog is an option as well. All right, let's flow one more time and then we will find a child's pose. But of course, find a child's pose at any point. Inhale the right leg up. This time we're bringing the right knee right in and stepping through warrior one. We'll find our warrior two. Good, watch that front knee, widen it out toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Find your reverse warrior. Side angle. Down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee in, step through, rise up, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Flowing from here to plank or down dog. If you'd like to flow, you find your plank pose first, flow from there, and we'll meet up in down dog. And you're welcome to stay in down dog to take a couple of breaths to reset, or you could drop your knees to the mat, press back, extended child's pose to reset. All right, so we're going to continue to focus on the hips here. We have one more flow that we'll practice, standing. And then we've got some other things we're going to work on. So let's meet back in down dog. Wait, before you move, you may want to have your block at the front end of the mat for convenience. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, knee in, step through, rise up to a warrior two. Okay, so in your warrior two, you've done this a couple of times now. See if you can find a little more depth here. See what you can find along that left inner thigh, strengthening, of course, through the right inner thigh. And then let's do just a little shoulder mobility here. So we've practiced this before. If you'll bring your arms up, and then you'll bring your arms back down, but the palms will face forward until you rotate them to face back, and then they come behind your back, about an inch off the back, up as far as you feel comfortable, and then we'll rotate back up to start. Again, so you come down, rotate your palms to face back, bring the arms behind you. Yep, beautiful. And again, up to where we started. We have one more round of that. Down, rotate the palms back. So nice, y'all. Hands back. Rotate, just come up to where the arms are now parallel to the floor and rotate your palms to face up. That external rotation through the shoulder. Pause here, one more full breath. Good, and then we'll practice a 5-star pose. So you'll angle your toes toward the corners of the room, the arms will come up, and then you're dropping over to that left side for a squat. Side squat. Side lunge, there we go. All right, let's flow again. So you're pushing up into your 5-star, returning to warrior two. Again, 5-star, side lunge to the left. Yep, there you go. Slowly come up, warrior two. All right, you know, I had you move your block to the front end of the mat. You might actually need to bring it with you here. We're gonna stay over on this left side for a lunge. So if a block would be helpful to you, feel free to use your block. We are pausing and holding. So you choose here the depth. You choose whether or not you come up onto the toes. Just know that if you lift the heel up, it creates a little more pressure on that left knee, so you decide. You could also bring your right toes up, keep the right heel to the mat. All right, y'all, slowly return to your 5-star. Slowly return to warrior two. And from here, we have a half moon pose. You can go right for that half moon pose. Again, your block, you might want to have it now here at the front end of the mat, but your half moon pose, you can choose how you get there, maybe a little more slowly, turning the chest to face down, lifting that left leg into the air, and then slowly coming up with that left arm maybe. Now here's another maybe. If you'd like to bend your left knee and draw those circles that we've practiced a couple of times now, of course, this requires a little bit more. Please be kind to yourself. And when we are doing this little bit more challenging work, where does your mind go? Give yourself those positive words. When you're ready, send that left leg straight, send the left arm straight if it is up. And then let's return to down dog. Take your time. You're welcome to find a flow here if you'd like, or just hang out in down dog. It might feel good just to walk things out. Whatever you need as a little reset in between. We're going to go right for this other side. So when you are ready, inhale your left leg up. Exhale, knee in, step through, rise up to your warrior two. Good. So check in here as you lunge through that left knee. Look for your left big toe to the inside part of that knee. And again, we've been here a couple of times, so maybe you can find a little more depth. All right, again, let's focus a little more on shoulder mobility. All we're gonna do is like you're opening a door. So you're rotating your thumbs around. The next time the palms face up, pause right there. Breathe, really feel that opening, that broadening across the chest. Lengthen your arms toward opposite walls. All right, let's find some movement. 5-star pose. Side lunge, right knee bends. Again, here we move up to a 5-star pose, and we return to warrior 2. We'll flow one more round like that. So finding 5-star, finding your side lunge, 5-star, warrior 2. Good, now here's our 5-star again, but this time as we lunge to that right side, we're pausing. Find those deep breaths. Find where you can find some ease. Notice where you can find some ease here. You're tightening up through the shoulders and neck unnecessarily. Relax. Find that really nice stretch, left inner thigh. Let's return to 5-star. And we'll return to our warrior 2. From here, you choose the path to get to half moon. So again, you could go right for it here, or you could follow me, turning to face down with my chest. And that block may be helpful to you underneath the left hand. Your right leg is extended into the air. You're welcome to stay right here. You could open up with that right arm. And again, you have this option to make circles with that right knee. So bending the knee. Good, send those kind words to yourself. When you're ready, extend that right leg long, send that right arm up into the air. And from here, we're returning to down dog. A flow is an option here if you'd like to practice that. And from your down dog, once you arrive there, drop those knees to the mat and press back to an extended child's pose. Let's pause. Now, we are going to thread the needle. You can do it right here from your child's pose. You could go a little deeper by coming up to an all fours position, but we're going to slide that right arm underneath the left. Again, you can decide how big you make this. You could crawl your left fingertips forward a little bit more. You could bring that left arm behind your back. Perfect. We are slowly going to switch sides, so it's really whenever you're ready, and it's in any way that works best for you. Perfect. Let's come back to center together. All right, y'all. We're going to make our way to the wall. So you can choose any wall here. You only need your mat. And once you get to the wall, you can slide your feet or legs right up the wall. And we'll start with a figure 4. So we'll start with a little outer thigh opening once we arrive there. Those online, namaste.